Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Michael King back again with another video. So today I'm going to analyze GBPUSD, and I'll start out with from a daily time frame. I observed that most of the traders watching my videos are day traders, so I feel there's no need for me to talk about the weekly or the monthly time frame. So I'll just start from the daily time frame and work all the way down to probably the 15 minutes time frame, showing you what you can expect on each time frame depending on the time frame that we trade. So I'll start from the daily time frame. Now looking at the daily time frame right here, we have this break of structure here at this point right here. So the fact that we had this break of structure automatically shows that what we are having here for the daily time frame is a downtrend overall, right? But however, you have to be aware that in between this range from this daily high here and the daily high here, we might have some kind of internal structures which you should be aware of. But one thing I want to point out for the day time frame is I want to show you a long-term perspective what we are likely to see the day time frame have. Then when we are looking at the 15 minutes time frame or the 1 hour time frame, I'll be able to explain the kind of short-term view of how you can trade for this week. So for the daily time frame, the long-term perspective is since we've already broke this high, like once I want you to understand is that the first pullback which we have here is our inducement, right? Then this extreme right here is also our extreme liquidity. So the fact that price swept to this point and even broke through this our order block we have right here shows that there's a high probability of price wanting to trade all the way high to this point right here. So that's what I want to see on the daily time frame. On the long term view, we might have some kind of internal uptrend, right? Because overall is bearish. I want you to remember that overall on GBUSD is bearish because of that low was broken. However, we might see some short-term uptrend so that price can sweep this high right here. So this extreme high right here is acting as some kind of liquidity for GBPUSD. So I want to see price do some kind of probably in the 4-hour time frame or the 1 hour time frame, some series of higher highs and higher lows all the way to this point right here. So the moment price gets to this point right here, price going to like strip this liquidity and who knows start heading to the downside. So this is like a long-term view for price. And if you look closely at this point here, okay, let me also show you guys something right here. So we also have this other block right here. Now you might be wondering, why am I not using the last bullish candle as my order block? Well, the way I view my order block, which might not be how you view your order block, I look at the last move. This is the last move right here. It caused a pullback. Okay, you know what? Let me zoom it very well for you. Okay, perfect. So the last candle, like the last highest, is this bearish candle. The high of this bullish candle is at 1.31409. This is at 1.31422. So this is the most highest candle, this bearish candle here, right? Now look carefully at this. It means this bearish candle is our order block. It is the last buying move, although it ended up as a bearish candle for the day. But however, it is the last highest move, that is the last buy move, because it even swept this bullish candle high. As you can see, this is just 1.31409 and this is 1.31422. 22 is higher than 9, so it means this candle swept the high of this. Now look closely at this. This is the first candle, second candle, the third candle. Now this third candle right here traded higher and mitigate this other block right here, and it also swept this middle candle, the high of it. So it means this is my other block right here on the daily time frame. This candle is my main area of interest. So it means if price want to like go all the way high to sweep this liquidity, this extreme liquidity right here, this other block is a valid POI. I don't know if you are a kind of swing trader or this kind of long-term trader, then I'm looking forward to taking a sell setup right at this point. It's a good setup actually, but I'm not a kind of trader that work with the daily time frame. I work with the lower time frame. So this is all for the daily time frame, right? Now let's move on to the 4-hour time frame. Now for the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to start probably all the way from this extreme high right here. Let me start all the way from this point, then I'll walk you all the way down to what's happening currently. Now when we had this extreme high, this was our lowest point right here. This right here, this was our low. Oh, hold on a minute, let me look all the way down. Okay, yes, perfect. This was our lowest point right here on the 4-hour time frame, because of the fact that this lowest point that we have right here, took out all this liquidity. So this was our lowest point, and it went all the way high to this point right here. It's become our high. But look at what price did. Price traded all the way down, and price broke the low that we had right here. The low was broken at this point. We had the full candle body that closed below it. So hence this becomes our high, and this becomes our break of structure. Then let me zoom chat a little bit. Or okay, no, let me hold on first. When we get to the current what's happening on GBPUSD and if our attention currently, then I will zoom chat so you can see it clearly. So we had a break of structure right here, and price came all the way down to this point here. We had a pullback, but I would not call this a new low. This one I won't call this a new kind of lower high because of it didn't sweep any form of liquidity. So this is just like a pullback to me. So let me zoom it at this point because I want you to understand this clearly. So we had this pullback, right? Then price traded lower. This pullback did not take any high, so it's not yet a valid lower high. So price traded all the way down right here. Then we had another pullback, price traded lower again, as you can see. So now when we now go to this point right here, price went all the way up, as you can see, and swept the high of this candle here. So it means this becomes a valid lower high because of that taking out the liquidity. And after price did that, price went a little bit higher at this point, then what traded lower. So it means at this point this is a valid lower high. I'm going to bring this blue line all the way down here. So this is our valid lower high. Then I'm going to zoom chart a little bit. Okay, let me do this a little bit. Perfect. So now look at this carefully. This become our lower high here, right? And price traded low all the way to this point. So it means during this period, this was our high and this was our low. This is our inducement right here. Also have an extreme liquidity right here. Now look at what price did. Price traded all the way higher and broke this high. Automatically, what does that mean? It means that we have a transition from this temporary downtrend all the way now to an uptrend. So it means currently on GBPUSD in the 4-hour time frame, we're having an uptrend. And what I said from daily time frame, I said, let me go back to that point. I said we might see price moving gradually to this liquidity right here. Who knows, maybe price have started making that move to the upside. So because we're having a current uptrend right now on the 4-hour time frame. So now looking at this carefully, when price broke the structure, we had this little bit of pullback. I think I need to zoom this very well because of I want you guys to understand better. So when price broke this high, price made a pullback. Good. Now price traded higher, as you can see. Then price came all the way down, sweeping this pullback. So it means this is a valid low. What am I going to do? I'm going to draw this line to this point. This is a valid low, and it went all the way up to this high. Now when it goes to this high right here, we had this pullback in between. So this pullback right here shows that what we are having right now is some kind of retracement and price traded higher. So this pullback become a kind of inducement and price came all the way down to sweep the liquidity. As you can see, then price traded higher. So it means currently on GBPUSD, this is on the 4-hour time frame, this is the low and this is the high. Perfect. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to delete it because I want to show you what's happening in the 1-hour time frame, also the 15 minutes time frame. It can be kind of confusing because of when you're seeing this blue line. But if you happen to be a 4-hour trader, like you work with the 4-hour time frame, what I'm just going to let you know is that our current high is at 1 point. If you can grab a barrel and a book, our current high is at 1.26338. That's our current high right now. Then our current low is at 1.24661. That is, let me zoom it very well for you because I want to delete this right now. This is our lowest point right here, currently on the 4-hour time frame, and this is our current high right here. So what you have to understand basically from the 4-hour time frame is that we have an uptrend 1 and 2. This is our high and this is our low. So that being said, let me just quickly delete this so that we can look at the 1-hour time frame without any confusion from the 4-hour time frame. So this is the 1-hour time frame right here, and I don't want to really like take you back. So probably I will just start from this point here. Perfect. So from the 1-hour time frame, we had this high right here, and this was a low right here because it swept this inducement, right? And what do we have right here? Price broke the low, as you can see, and price traded lower. So it means it became a downtrend, and price came all the way down to this point. We had this this pullback. It is a good pullback, right? then price came down, as you can see. Price traded all the way down to this point right here. Then we had another pullback, as you can see. Then price traded down. Price traded down to this point right here. Then price went up, as you can see. Came a little bit down. So I'm going to draw it all the way to this point right here. Perfect. Now look at what price did here. After price traded lower to this point, price traded higher, stripping this high. Automatically it means this is a valid lower high right here. So I'm going to draw this line all the way down here. Then price came all the way down to this point, even lower down to this point right here. Now you might be wondering, why didn't I not call this a sweep? Why didn't I not call this a sweep of a high? Actually, why I didn't call this a high, a sweep, is because the fact that this candle right here, 1, 2, 3, they are all inside this candle. Let me zoom in here for you so you look at it carefully. Okay, this is the point I'm talking about. Yes, perfect. The high of this candle is at this point here, as you can see. The low of this candle is at this point. So all this 1, 2, 3, they are all inside this candle. So it means this is not even a sweep. That is, when price led all the way up to this point, it was not a sweep. This point right here was not a sweep because of all these two candles, or even the third candle, they are all inside this single candle. So I don't know if you really get what I'm saying, but when I'm looking at pullbacks, it has to do with when I'm having a downtrend, a new candle going higher than the previous candle, that is a valid pullback. Then when we are having a kind of let's say uptrend, a new candle going lower than the previous candle, that's a valid pullback, right? But when we're having a lot of candles inside the high and low of a single candle, that is not a pullback. That is some kind of, you can call it like a kind of inside back candle if you are really familiar with candlestick patterns. So we can't really call those a kind of pullback. So now price traded all the way down to this point right here, as you can see. And when price gets to this point here, we have this our inducement, we have this extreme liquidity right here. Price traded all the way high to this point, breaking this high, as you can see. Then when price broke this high, we had this pullback here. Then price traded higher. Okay, so I'm just going to be tracking it. So price traded all the way high to this point right here. And price, okay, price, this is our high right here. Now this high that we had right here push price all the way down to strip this pullback. So it means this is a valid low right here on the 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to bring our low all the way down to this point, then bring price all the way high to this point right here. Then price swept this liquidity right here. Then price traded lower, as you can see. So it means this is a valid low because it's pushed price higher. So it means currently on the 4 hour time frame, this is our, on the 1 hour time frame, this is our low right here, and this is our high. I think it's quite similar with the 4 hour time frame. They are both having the same low and the same high right here. So that's good. Depending on the time frame you are working with, just know that they are quite the same thing. Our high right here is the same thing with the 4 hour time frame, and our low is the same thing with the 4 hour time frame. So that being said, let me just talk about the 15 minutes time frame, which is my main area of focus. So one thing I'm going to do is, maybe moving forward, I might just focus on just 3 time frames to make it way more easier, so you guys can have a kind of easy understanding of how I analyze the forex market. Because I realize that if I'm talking about multiple time frames, it makes the video long and too much information, right? So I'm going to talk about just majorly on 4 hour time frame, then 15 minutes time frame, and maybe day time frame, just 3 time frame. I'm talking about 4 hour, daily, and 15 minutes. I might talk about that from now henceforth to make the video kind of short and straight to the point, and you'll be able to have more understanding on what is happening in the forex market. So now that being said, let's go to the 15 minutes time frame right here to do a quick explanation. Now this is the 15 minutes time frame right here, and okay, let me start all the way from, where should I start from? Okay, yeah, should be, yeah, this place is perfect right here. So we have our low here. Let's try and get our high. Now look at what price did here. Okay, we have this pullback here. Price came down, right? Also our now pullback here is, as you can see. So price came all the way down to sweep this inducement right here. Then price traded lower. So it means this is a valid high on the 15 minutes time frame. So price broke the high, as you can see, and look at what price did here. Price traded all the way to this point. We had a pullback. Price traded higher. Pullback. Another high, as you can see. So it means throughout this point we haven't had any sweep until this point right here. So what do you see here? Price traded lower, as you can see, taking out this inducement, also this point right here. So it means this is a valid pullback right here. I mean a valid low, because it has taken out some kind of inducement. Then price went higher to this point right here. As you can see, we swept this inducement right here. So this is our valid low, and this becomes our high. What I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to just teach you or show you guys how I mark my structure. So this is kind of a special video for that. Although I'm kind of doing analysis video for you guys, but I want to just quickly do a kind of run up showing you guys what's how I analyze the forex market. That is how I mark my market structure. But moving forward, I'm just going to move straight to the point. So apologies for making this video very long. Moving forward, I'll move straight to the point, showing you guys my high, my low, straight to the point, and what I'm expecting for this week. Now, price, as you can see, this becomes our low. Price swept liquidity right here, that's inducement. Then price traded higher, so this becomes our high right here, and this becomes our low. Now look at the funny thing right here. Price decided to break this low right here. So when price broke this low, as you can see, full body closed below it, there was not a single form of liquidity. So I didn't know that price is going to trade higher. So I just extended this low to this point here, and as you can see, price broke the high, and we have this new high here that swept some kind of liquidity right here. So this becomes our new low, and this becomes our new high. Now price broke the low, as you can see, and traded lower to this point right here. But the next time price traded higher, price broke this point right here, as you can see. So it means currently, likewise on the 15 minutes time frame, we are having an uptrend because of this high right here was broken. So we're having an uptrend. So one thing I want you to understand is that on the 15 minutes time frame, what I want to see price do actually is I want to see price trade lower, because we've already swept our inducement. But tomorrow is Monday, which is the first day of the week of our trading week actually. So the thing is that I kind of expect price to trade higher next week, because we're having an uptrend on the 4-hour time frame, we're having an uptrend on the 1-hour time frame, also on the 15 minutes time frame. We're having an uptrend from these 3 time frames. So it means it's a high probability of price trading higher this week. But I want to see price trade low first before it head higher, because one thing I want you to understand one thing, and that's the fact that for price to move from a particular point to another point, price needs liquidity, right? Liquidity is needed for price to move. So it means if price wants to head higher, what do you think price is going to do? Price will first head low first to kind of take all liquidity as much as it can, then trade higher. So now the most likely place I'm expecting price to pull down to is somewhere around this region right here. I'm going to just mark out this area. This is the most likely place I expect price to trade into, this candle right here. So this is my most likely area of interest, my POI. I expect price to trade low to this point right here, then trade higher. I want you to understand one thing, is that this low at 1.24661 is the same low on the 15 minutes time frame, the 1-hour time frame, and the 4-hour time frame, meaning that if price to trade below this low, automatically we have a downtrend in 15 minutes time frame, 1-hour time frame, and the 4-hour time frame. That being said, that is basically all for this video. If you do enjoy, hit that like button, share to your friends, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.